Hello and welcome to another episode where we make English grammar easy and fun. Today, we're talking about object and subject questions. Have you ever noticed that sometimes a question needs an auxiliary verb, but sometimes it doesn't? That's what we're going to clear up today. Let's break it down step by step. What are object and subject questions? In English, most questions are about the object of the sentence, but sometimes, we ask about the subject instead. The structure changes depending on which part of the sentence we're asking about. Let's look at object questions first. Object questions. When we ask about the object, we follow the usual question structure. Question word plus auxiliary verb plus subject plus main verb. For example, she invited Tom to the party. Who did she invite to the party? They bought a new car. What did they buy? He saw someone at the park. Who did he see at the park? Sarah called Mark yesterday. Who did Sarah call? The teacher gave us homework. What did the teacher give you? She wrote a letter. What did she write? Did you notice? We use an auxiliary verb like did when making object questions. Subject questions. Now, when we ask about the subject, we don't need an auxiliary verb. The question word replaces the subject, and the sentence keeps the same verb structure as a statement. Question word plus main verb plus rest of the sentence. For example, someone called you this morning. Who called you this morning? Something fell off the table. What fell off the table? Someone ate the last slice of pizza. Who ate the last slice of pizza? A famous author wrote this book. Who wrote this book? Something made a loud noise outside. What made a loud noise outside? A dog bit my friend. What bit your friend? Did you notice? There's no did in these questions because the question word itself is the subject. Key differences between object and subject questions. Object questions need an auxiliary verb, do, does, did. Who did she call? Subject questions don't need an auxiliary verb. Who called her? In object questions, the subject remains the same. Who did Tom meet? Tom is still the subject. In subject questions, the subject is unknown. Who met Tom? We don't know the subject. Common mistakes and tips. Don't use did in subject questions. Don't say, who did call you? Say, who called you? Make sure you're clear about what you're asking. Who did you see? You saw someone asking about the object. Who saw you? Someone saw you asking about the subject. Practice by changing statements into both types of questions. Emma broke the window. Object, what did Emma break? Subject, who broke the window? So, to wrap things up, object questions ask about the object of the sentence and need an auxiliary verb like did. Subject questions ask about the subject and don't need an auxiliary verb. Remember, if the question word itself is the subject, you don't need did. The best way to master this is through practice. Try creating your own sentences and transforming them into both object and subject questions. The more you practice, the more natural it will feel. Thanks for watching this episode. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more lessons like this. And if you want to take your English to the next level, join our 5-month English program at EZ Language. You'll get structured lessons, practice exercises, and expert guidance to help you become fluent. See you next time for another fun and easy English lesson. Bye for now!